Yeah. So personal portfolio project we are going to develop. Okay. And let's start with creating a project. Let me go to that directory. KGCE. No. Where is the directory in the F drive, I guess? Here there are two projects which we have developed in the morning. That is first project and the task manager. Right? I'll be creating a new project, but before that, I need to go into my virtual environment, and the command is work on, right? Work on first env, first underscore env. Right? Now I'm in the environment. Okay. Let's start. So Django admin start project personal portfolio. Folio. Yes, enter. So it may have created a folder. Now here, my idea is I may have multiple number of projects done, right? So let us say I have done 3-4 projects, and I'm working on few more. So as and when the project gets completed, I will require to enter or display that particular project on my personal portfolio website, right? So there will be one app called as projects. So let's create an app, Python manage.py start app, and I'll call it as a portfolio. Yes, portfolio. Oh, again the same mistake. So cd personal portfolio, and then portfolio. Yes, and then the second app will be blogs, which I'm going to write. Right, suppose I have written few blogs, and I want to display those blogs on my website also. So I'll need blogs. So let's start another app called as blogs. All right. Okay. Now if I dir, there is an app called as blogs. There is an app called as portfolio, and this is the main app personal portfolio, and this is my manage.py file. Let's test whether my project is running. Run server. Okay, it has started. Let's check it. Yes. So my personal portfolio app is started. Let's customize it now. So go to code dot. All right. So we have started with the portfolio, right? Now on my home screen, let's say I want to display the project. Okay. Now, as I told you, let us say I have worked on 3 projects up till now, and I want to display those projects. Now, as I told you in the last session also, that we will be working on Bootstrap. But before we apply any visual effect to our website or any application, we should make sure that that the application is running properly and it is technically correct, right? And that is why once we feel that our app is properly implemented, we will start integrating that particular app with the Bootstrap. So first of all, we will try to implement the functionalities, okay, on black and white screen, and then we will make it colorful. Okay, so let's start it. First of all, I want to check out with my settings, personal portfolio. I'll go to settings. I have started 2 apps. The first app is portfolio. Right? The spelling is correct. portfolio. Folio, yes. And next is blog. Okay, these are 2 apps. Then in portfolio, I need to create a urls.py file. urls.py. Okay, here I'll be importing something from django.urls import path and I'll write here URL patterns is equal to, there will be an empty list. Similarly, for blogs, I'll be writing a new file urls.py. Okay, and here also I'll do the same thing. So let's copy this and paste it over here. Okay, again, one more thing, from dot import views. Okay, and here also from dot import views. Okay, and then in the main file of your this, now I want, when my website will be open, okay, I want portfolio should be shown first, and then if somebody wants to go to blogs, he can navigate to blogs by from the navigation bar. Okay, so for that my default empty route will be this. So if somebody appends nothing after the URL like 127.0.0.1:8000, it should redirect it to portfolio. So I'll write include, okay, portfolio dot URLs. Okay, secondly is now here I want somebody to enter blog slash, okay, and I'll put over here blogs. Yes, blogs. Okay, now this is my file. Here I need to import include. Okay, so I did the basic formatting of my project. Now we will discuss about a new thing. In the morning, in the presentation, I told you that URLs is there from where the requests will be accepted and it will be routed to views, and views are responsible to get the data from the models, that is database. Okay, so now we will see how to create a database, right? First of all, I'll go to models. Here I'll write a model. Okay, so why model? See, I am saying that there are several number of projects, like 3 projects I have developed, and I'm working on 2 more projects. So as soon as my project gets completed, I'll be entering that particular project over here and it will be showcased. All right, so how it will be showcased? Basically the structure is same, and when the structure is same, we recommend that we will use a database. Like I'll store something in the database, like what is the title of my project, what is the description of my project. If I have poster to be displayed for my project, that will be shown. Okay, and if that project is already launched and it is available, information is available online somewhere, the link of that particular project will be shown, right? So in that case, I need to create a model. Similarly, for students, suppose there is a student information you are maintaining, you maintain that particular information in where? You maintain that information in a database. So wherever the structure of a object is same, you follow database. Now here when we talk about database, we need not talk about any sort of SQL query. Select star, forget about it. We are not going to do any select star over here. Django modeling language enables you to interact with the database without using an SQL. We will see how we are going to create a table and how the data will be maintained. Okay, and for that we will be using this models.py now. Okay, so in portfolio, I want some model which holds the information of my projects. Okay, so how will I create that model? I need to create a class. Okay, so let's write it. Class, I'm giving the name of the class as project. Okay, I have imported this models, so models dot model. Okay, I'm using an inheritance over here. I'm inheriting I'm telling that project is a model type of a class. Okay, and what will my project will have? My project will have a title, title, right? And it will be models dot models, right? Yes, it will be of a character type field. Okay. I want my project name should be maximum 100 characters. Okay, this is char field. I want description. Okay, models dot, again description will be char field. Here the max length will be, let's say, 250. Okay, then I'll have a image, product image. Now this is the very important thing. Usually when in PHP, when you want to upload an image, there is a huge headache. Means uploading file and processing it is a very tedious task as far as this uploading files is concerned. But with Django, it's so simple. Right, image models dot image field is again a field. Okay, image field, and here I need to mention upload will be a directory inside my project folder. Okay, and I'm mentioning the directory as inside portfolio. Okay, and images. Okay, so my path is portfolio slash images. Okay, so whatever image I'll upload, it will be uploaded over here. Okay, and then it will be URL. So if somebody clicks on the image, or if somebody clicks on the title, it should take that person to the uh, link where the project is shown. Okay, so models dot, sorry, URL field. Okay, now this will give me the structure of my table. So title will be there, description will be there, image will be there, URL will be there. But now here the thing is, if what if some project is not having URL, means it's not online, it's there somewhere implemented in somebody's office, but they are not keeping that particular project online. What should I do? In that case, I will not mention any URL. So for that, I will mention blank equals to true. Okay, what it means is, if I keep this field blank, it is okay, but for remaining fields, it's compulsory. Okay, so by default, each and every attribute of a model class is compulsory. The remaining fields will be we can mark them as a blank is equal to true. Okay, so this is my model now. Now we will see how to interact with the model. Okay, so to do that, what we are going to do is, we are going to type a command, python manage.py. Okay, the command is, first of all, we need to do migrate. Okay, now what migrate will do, it will migrate all the essential requirements like middleware, sessions, and all, everything, and it will create a database. So I'm entering this command. Sorry, what is no module named blog Django? Where it is? Have I done some mistake somewhere? Blog Django. I guess in this file URLs, blogs.url. Or else it's okay. Then models, blogs, Django URLs. Yeah. What is the line number? No module named, there is no file mentioned. Manage.py. Settings. Portfolio, comma, yes, here. There are small mistakes. Okay, because it's a list. No module named blog. Blogs, yes. Right. Portfolio project image cannot because pillow, yes. Now it guides us through different processes. To upload a file, we need a package called as pillow, and it says get pillow by using this command. So just copy this, okay, and paste it over here. And enter. So it will install pillow. So whenever we are working with the files, we need that pillow. Okay. Then I'll say migrate. Done. Now migration is done. Okay. Then I'll check migrations. You see, it has recognized create model project, right? Project model is created. After doing that, make migration, I'll again run this particular command. And if you check, it has stored that migration over here 000 underscore initial file. So inside portfolio, a migrations folder could be found. So personal portfolio, then this portfolio migrations, you see this is 000. Now this is the beauty. Now this code I haven't written. I have written only models.py, right? 4 fields, title, description, image, and URL. But if you check this initial.py from where now the database will be created, it has created this particular migration. So create model, it will create a model project. It's a Django modeling language. Okay, fields. What are the fields? ID field he has entered. It is an auto field. That means it will auto increment. It will be auto created. It will be a primary key because it is said that it will be true. This is serialization and all. Okay, and verbose will be ID. Verbose name is used when you want to refer this particular field. Okay, then title is our own field. Okay, description is again we have given, image is again we have given, and URL is we have given. Okay, now I'll say migrate command, enter. Okay, it has applied everything. Okay, and then this db.sqlite 3, this is the file where that data will be stored or it will be shown. Now it's not displayable. There are some readers available online, SQLite reader. If you search, or SQLite parser, you will get everything over there. Okay, but we need not do that because we have our own interface to interact with the database, right? So just close this, and I recommend you don't try to edit this particular file initial.py anytime with your own hands. If you want to edit something, you just go to models. Like if I want to append this like project underscore URL, I want to change the name of this thing. Okay, you go here and you again say make migrations, enter. It will recognize, right? Read this. Did you rename project.url to project.project underscore URL? If I say yes, it will rename it. And then if I type migrate, it will migrate it. Okay. So if you check this 0002, it has rename field and model name and then old name and new name. It writes it on its own. Now I'll again make a reverse change that now I don't want this project underscore URL. I want just a URL. Okay. I'll go back again and I'll say make migrations. Okay, I'll say yes, enter. And again, it will create a new file over here, 3. Old name is project underscore URL, new name is URL. Okay, so if I migrate it, applying, so it has applied this 0003 migration is applied. So that is how changes in the database can be done. Now, how to interact with the database? How to do that? Okay, so to do that, there is a simple way. If you check this particular file, which file? Settings.py. No, urls.py. A default URL which is given to us is path. Okay, that is admin URL. So start your server by using run server command. Okay, after starting a server, go here and type admin / enter. This is the admin console of Django. From here you can interact with the database. Okay, but now what is the username and password? I don't have username and password because I have not created any user, right? In that case, I need to create a user. So stop this server, make a command, python manage.py create super user. Okay, type command is simple, create super user. Okay, no space, press enter. It will ask you for a username. Okay, it says leave blank to use Chetan. Okay, so it has recognized my system username. Okay, so I want to keep it blank. My email address, so let's say abc@example.com. Okay, password, so I'm keeping a password. Password again. Super user created successfully. Right? Refresh. Sorry. Run server again. Okay. I go back to this admin again. Okay, now I have the user. So I'll enter username and I enter the password, press enter. All right, this is my site admin. Okay, but the problem is here, users module is already mentioned. I am the user. I can have many number of users. Okay, like username, password, and confirmation, and then save and continue. If I type it, allows me to mention or to define the roles. Like suppose demo user. If I mention, okay, and password is weak password, and I'm confirming the password. Save and continue editing. What is this? Please correct. Password is too small. Okay, save and continue. All right, so it asks me to enter full name, email address, whether the permission is active, whether it is a staff, whether it is a super user, and what are the permissions. So you see, entire user module is pre-implemented in Django. Okay, so let's forget about this. What we want to do is we want to include projects into our app, but I'm not able to see project over here. How to add project into admin? There is a way. Okay, now what is that way? Each and every app that we write, okay, this is my project, this is my app portfolio. There is admin.py file, okay, beside models. So go to that file, okay, click over here. Here you need to write admin.site.register. Okay, I'm going to register this. And what I'm going to register? I'm going to register project. Okay, but here this file don't know what is project. So from dot models import project. Okay, as soon as I do this and I refresh this page, it will start showing you projects, right? Click over here. There are 0 projects right now. Okay. Now, because it has 0 projects, I have a facility to add a project. So just click over here, add a project. You see, title, description, image. These fields are bold, whereas URL is not bold. That means title, description, and image is compulsory, but URL is not compulsory. So just have an image project 1. Okay, images. Okay, for time being, I'll be using this image. Open image in new tab. Save this image. Save it on desktop. Okay, so I have an image now. I'll go on adding test project. Okay, description. This is a test project for Django workshop. Okay, add an image. Desktop. Okay, I have added an image and maybe a URL, not required, but still let's check an URL. Google.com. Take this URL. Okay, and I'm taking this URL. Save and add another. Okay, so now if you go over here, it shows you project object 1. Now what is this project object 1? Let us say I have 10 projects and I want to, after 2 years, I want to go for a project 1. How will I identify based on the project 1? Right, so it will not be means if I add another project. Okay, this is test or Django demo project. Okay, and this is another Django project. Okay, and downloads, there is some image. Python development. Fine, and there is no URL for this. Now save. Okay, now you see project object 1 and project object 2 doesn't signify anything. Means after I enter 10 11 projects, it will be very difficult for me to identify the project. Now project can be identified with the help of title, right? So just go to your model. Okay, models.py, and there is a inbuilt function or a method of a class, and that method is diff __ str. Okay, it takes self as an argument. So those who have learned Python, okay, they know what is this str method does. Okay, so I'll write return self dot title. Okay, I want to show the title only. Now go over here, type Control C. I think not needed at all. Okay, and if I refresh this page, let's see what it shows. Yeah, now it started showing the title of the project. Now if you go over here, it gives you everything. So this is my title and this is my image. Now if I click the image over here, oh, it shows me an error, because what is the URL of this? HTTP so and so portfolio images, and then this image.jfift, right? Now this image is not visible at all. Why? Let's find out. See, here I mentioned portfolio / images, right? And I mean, what I mean by this is I don't want this image to be included in the portfolio folder. Usually whenever we talk about any project, okay, the project folders or the app folders are there inside the root directory, and after that root directory there is a directory where all the media is stored. But here the thing is different. Here there is a portfolio image, means this particular thing is considered, and then in that this images folder is created, and that is how it is created. Okay, so I don't want this to be here, so I'll just delete this. Yes, move to recycle bin. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to settings.py of personal portfolio. Okay, here at the bottom. Now at the bottom, what I'm going to do after this is I'm going to write two things. First thing is media underscore URL. Okay, is the spelling correct? media underscore URL is equal to, inside single quote I'll type slash media, means there will be a folder at the root media. Okay, and what will be the media root? Now this is the this folder will be created in the project root, means in the personal portfolio folder. This is my project root, where my ASCII, WSGI and this manage.py file is there. That is my project root. Okay, and this is the media URL, means in the project root there will be a media folder. Okay, and media root will be another thing, media underscore root. Okay, equal to, there is a way how can we define this media root. You see, this is a base directory mentioned over here. Okay, you just copy this and paste it over here. So this is a OS specific thing. Okay, so base directory is nothing but whatever maybe the base directory of your project is. In that directory, you want to create a folder. Okay, and that folder will be named media, and I'll give a slash over here. Okay, so these two things I have entered, and then I'll go to another file that is nothing but the urls.py. Okay, so there I'll be mentioning this media root and media URL. Okay, so I'll go to urls.py over here, and I'll mention over here URL patterns plus equal to let me just give me a minute. Yeah, I'm sorry for the interruption. Okay, so here what I'm going to do is I'm going to append something into the URL patterns. Okay, and that is nothing but I'll write static, static. Okay, and inside static I'll be writing settings, because whatever changes I have done it in the settings, right? So for that, first of all, I think I need to import from Django.conf. Okay, import settings. Okay, and again, as I'm using static word over here, I need to import it. I'll be importing it from the Django.conf.urls.static. Import static. Now you can refer uh, Django documentation for this. Okay, so where exactly the packages are. Now here I'll change the thing now. So here I'll put settings. Okay, settings dot. There I have written media URL. Okay, and then I'll be mentioning document root document, right? Document document underscore root is equal to settings dot media root. Okay, so I have included it, and in here also in my admin settings.py, I have included this thing. Okay, and I have referred these two things over there in my urls.py. Now just go to my admin 127 admin. Okay, this is my project. Let's change the images here. So choose file, desktop, there was the image, save. Okay, now go to here, which I have changed the image. Yes, now it's accessible, right? Similarly, here if I go, it's not accessible because I need to change the image, right? So in downloads, let's say Python development is the image and then save. Okay, if I go again over here and if I check the image, yes, now it's accessible. That's it. Okay, so here this will not be accessible now. If you check this, it will create a folder now in the project group, that is personal portfolio media. Okay, and inside media there is a folder called as portfolio and there is a folder called as images, and then these two images are there. Okay, so this is what we want. Now I want to display whatever projects that I have done, okay, in my portfolio app. So let's go to the portfolio app. So on the home page itself, I want to show those images. Okay, and when I show those images, I need to enter the name of my project, then the description, and if there is a URL, then the URL will be shown. Okay, now let's do it. Now, before doing it, uh, let me just tell you, if we are not going to use any SQL query, how we are going to interact with the database. Okay, we are going to interact with the database by using Django modeling language. Okay, because all these are the Django models where we are storing the data. To interact with the Django, there is a command python manage.py shell. Okay, if you enter, yes, now it gives you shell. Okay, let's import from. Okay, models import project. Model is not found. Okay, models dot, I think portfolio dot model. Yes. Okay, now if I say projects is equal to, if I want to get all the projects, okay, I'll write here project dot objects dot all, okay, enter. Try to print project. It returns me a query set, okay, it returns me a query set. Now if I want to know the name of this particular project, basically it's a query set, right? And the set is having two projects. Let us say I want a project of number one, let's say, okay, because here we have seen, okay, id field is entered and it is auto increment, so it is an integer type of field. So two projects we have entered, so there will be id 1 and 2, okay. And initially also, when we have not printed the name of the project in the Django admin, instead of this it was giving project object in bracket 1, project object in bracket 2. So bracket 1 bracket 2 was the id, so it's a primary key. So if I want to refer it, like project is equal to project dot object dot get, okay. Now there is a way how we refer a field. Pk is nothing but a primary key. I can mention it as 1. So I want only 1. Okay, project dot objects dot get pk is equal to 1. Okay, now try to print a project. It's a test project, right? Because I have written a str method over here in models. Okay, if I try to print this, it will print the title of the page. It will return me the title of the page. That doesn't mean that only title will be known. So if I try to print title.id, project.id, it will give me 1 dot title, it will give me test project dot description, it will give me the description of the project, and image, okay, it says it's an image field and this is the url, so I can type here url, so it will give me a url. This is the url, okay, of that particular image. And what else is there? Image url is done. Okay, now url, this is the url. So this is how, by using this, you can interact with the database. Now here this is nothing but a query, some kind of query. So in sql or mysql, what we do it like select star from projects where id is equal to 1 or id is equal to 1. That is what we do, right? Here it is only 3-word thing. So project dot objects dot get pk is equal to 1. Now here, what if I want some other thing? Like there are multiple number of fields by which we need to filter out. Okay, for example, if there is a class, okay, and in that class I want the students of batch b who are getting more than 20 marks in the oral exam. Okay, so there are multiple fields like batch b and marks greater than 20. Okay, these two fields. So in that case, what is only expected is I'll put this particular thing where roll number, or we can say batch is equal to 2 comma, and go on adding the field list. So here I may have like batch is equal to b and marks greater than 20. It will return me the list of students who will be uh, fitting in that particular criteria. Okay, so it's not that easy, it's not that tedious or tough to get the data from the Django model. So this was about still. I just exit from here, and we will look at our user interface now. Okay, so let's go over here. Okay, now this model I want to use to create a view. Okay, so let's go to the URL patterns. Let's write a function first. Okay, views. Let's write if. Okay, write a function index request object. Okay, inside this request, I need to pass the list of projects. So how to pass list of projects? I'll create a projects is equal to, just now we have seen project, but to use the project I need to import it, right? So from dot models because this is a models.py file. Import project. Okay, I have imported project. I will use it. Project dot objects dot all. I want all my projects. I don't want any filter. Okay, dot all. So thus I have my projects now. Now I'll return those projects render. Okay, I need to use this request object, comma, sorry, comma. I'll need to have a HTML page for this. So where portfolio, I'm a little bit confused about portfolio spelling. Okay, index.html, and here I need to give the context. Context will be my project. So projects, this is a dictionary, and project. Let's make it plural. Projects. Okay, projects. That's it. So this is how I'm passing it. Now what is my next thing to do? My next thing is very simple. I need to create a template, right? HTML page. Templates. Okay. Inside templates, I need to create another folder, portfolio. Okay, portfolio. Inside portfolio, I'll be creating a new file. Name will be this index.html. Index.html. Okay. Now here I need to enter the project. Now, as I told you, okay, that will be done later. So let's write one layout file first. New file, layout.html. Okay. Here inside this file, I'll write doc type, then this will be a simple file, HTML, then head, then title will be my portfolio. Okay, my portfolio, then after head there will be a body. Okay, and here I'll write body, and I'll say end block. Right, this is my basic, just simple layout. I'll be extending that particular layout. Extends, sorry. Portfolio slash layout dot html. Okay, and then I'll write here the block body. Okay, then here and the end block, and inside this I'll be writing everything. Okay, now what context I have? I have projects, list of projects. Okay, so for I'll be using here for loop because I may have 2, 3, 4, 5, n number of projects. Okay, so as soon as I add a project in the database, it should get displayed over here. So for project in projects, okay, and inside this again, let's say if some project has a URL, okay, then after clicking on the URL, it should go to that particular URL. Okay, after clicking on the image, and if some project doesn't have an image, in that case, so we need to check if the URL is there for the project or not. So here I'll write, okay, so if project dot URL, so if there is a URL, then what should be done? We need to write a code, okay, for that. So A href href. Okay, so inside this I need to mention the project URL, project.url. Okay, and then here will be the image. So I want somebody will click on the image. Okay, and then equal to, in double inverted comma, I'll write project dot image. Okay, dot URL. We want a URL because img src requires a URL of the image. It doesn't want image object, right? So image here, and then uh, this will be the context. Okay, yeah. So this is done. Okay, so if a project having URL, then image will be linked to that particular URL. If not, then percent else percent. Okay, so what should be done? Simply just put an image. There will be no link at all. Okay, this is the image, and then I think there is no need of if now. So I'll close this, end if. Okay, and after that I'll be displaying the project title. Project dot title. Okay, then I require project dot description. Okay, and after that I'll say end for. What this code is doing, it is taking projects from the views, index views. Okay, it will iterate through each and every project. It will check whether the project is having URL or not. If it is having URL, then the link will be given to the image of the project. If there is no URL, in that case only image will be shown, title will be shown, and description will be shown. Okay, so shall we check if this thing runs or not? Let's check it. So run server. All right, so 120 127. Okay, now what it says, URL con define personal portfolio URL Django tried URL pattern. Okay, what I have blogs, medium, empty path didn't match any of this. Let's check with the one project. Project I have. Okay, I just delete this particular project. Delete and go. Yes, I'm sure. No, it's giving the same error. So when path media path error is there, actually the media is accessible. Yeah, the media is accessible. Only the page is not accessible. So project.image.url, project image.url. Server. It's giving me the error. Mm, Layout is okay. Views, projects.all, index.html. What's there in this personal portfolio URLs? Static. URL patterns. Do this. No, it's the same thing. Media root. Settings.media URL. Document root is equal to settings.media root. Yes, it's correct. So it says empty path doesn't match with media session path. Empty path doesn't match any of this. All right, I need to check somewhere. Okay. Every time there is a version difference, right? And in each and every version, something changes, and that is why there are some mistake happens. Conf Django conf input settings, right? And then let's try to do this like this way. Portfolio. Okay. So if I do that, then it will redirect it to portfolio. Okay, and then try to let's do it. Portfolio. Yes. No, portfolio didn't match. Not match. Have I entered URL for this? No, I have not entered empty URL, right? Yes. So small things, right? Here I need to. I have written a view, but I have not entered any URL. So views dot index. Okay, and the name will be index again. Okay. Now don't change this. Let it be there. So let's try now. Yes. So this is again ugly. Image is there. Okay, let's check a page source. Okay, so image, because it is having a URL, image is there and there is a link to that image, and then the test project name is shown and the description of the project is also shown. Okay, if I click over here, it will take me to google.com. Okay, so this is how we can bring our projects. Now I can add another project and I can check. So let's say add a project. What will be the name? Project. Yet another project. This is an example of project. Let's choose a file. This is the file, and there will be no URL. So if I save this and if I refresh this page, you see this is another project shown. Okay, and there is no URL, and that is why there will be difference in the code also. So this is my project one. Okay, this is my project two. Now the difference is because it has a URL over here. Accordingly, the code is shown. This doesn't have a URL, so only image is shown. Right. So this is nothing but the how I can include my project. Okay. Now I'll write another set of URL, or I can say I will write another model. Okay. So how to write a model now again? For what? I'll be writing a model for blog. Okay. Why model for blog again? because I may write a number of blogs, and as soon as I write a blog, it should be shown to blogs. Okay, so on the page of blogs, all the blogs should be get listed. If someone clicks on the link of a blog, it should go to that particular blog, right? So write a blog model. Class blog. Okay, your models dot model. Okay, and I may say title of the blog is equal to models dot field. Okay, max length equal to 200. Let's say now this will a blog title. It will be bigger. I get a description. Description of a blog is equal to again the same thing. So let's say model char field. I'll copy this and I'll paste this, and let's say it will have 1,000 characters. Okay, and then I want a date. Date will be models dot date field. Okay, uh, okay, and one more thing. Let's say div underscore underscore str, which will show us the title of the blog. So I'll pass a self object over here, and I'll say return self dot title. Okay. Mm, then what I need to do? I need to make admin. Okay, go to admin dot site dot register log. Okay, here I need to import blog from dot model input log. Okay, I have done it, and now I need to migrate. So make migrations. It will recognize yes, create model blog, right, and migrate it. Yes. So blogs is now migrated. If I refresh it, I have not started the server. Run server. Yes, now blogs is added. Okay, there is no blog. Uh, let's create a dummy blog. So, blogs. Okay, this is the site. I'll copy some blogs from here. Okay, this is another blog. Okay, experiencing. So this is the title of the blog, and I want a text for that. So let's say I have copied this. This is the description. Added today. Save. Okay. Another blog. Add a blog. Blogs. Announcing general scalability for Java messaging. I just copy all these things. I paste it here. Copying all these things from here. Let's see. Here I select a date. Suppose I entered it on 10th. Save. Add another blog. Give this title. Seamlessly migrate. Uh, give this description below that. This is a description. Let's say it has given 1 second. Let's make it on 15. Save. Okay, now 3 blocks I have added. I want to extract all, I want to view those blocks over here. Okay, so I'll write a view again. from dot use. This is a view only. No? Dot models import blog. Okay. Uh, if index here I need to pass the request. Okay, I need all the blogs. Blogs is equal to blog dot object dot all. Okay, I want all blogs, and I can go here also for the layout. The layout I'll just copy. Okay, and here I need to create a folder templates. Inside the template, I'll create another folder blogs. Inside the blog, I'll paste the temp layout. Okay, similar thing I can do for all right. So portfolio views. Yeah. Return render request. I need blogs slash okay blog slash text.html. Okay, and the context will be blogs. Okay, I'm passing blogs to this particular page index. So here I'll be creating a new file index.html. Okay, where is my index file over here? I can copy few things from there. So I'll copy this entire thing. Okay, and then index. Instead of this, I'll say blogs. Okay, and then uh, blog.blogs, and I don't want this. What I want is I want blog.title. Okay, I want blog.date, and I want blog.description. Okay, and in URLs I need to mention a path. If somebody enters nothing over here, then go to views dot index. Okay, comma name is equal to index. Okay, so I'll try to go to my blogs now. Slash blogs, enter. Okay, so my blogs are shown over here, but now it's very difficult to understand what are these blogs and all. Okay, so blogs are now visible. Now as we have made these things, I'll try to polish few of the things. Okay, for example, if I go to this index page, I want this blog title should be in h1. Okay, and here I'll say slash h1. I need to remove from here. I want this as a sentence case and this as a sentence. Okay, and then the description should be in paragraph p. This thing will come over here. So paragraph here end. Now refresh this. Yes, now my blogs are looking nice. But the thing is, I want to sort the list. Like you see, 19th today's blog is here, 10th wala blog यहाँ है, and then 15th wala blog. What I want is the blog should get sorted as per the list of or the as per its entire when I have added, right? So how to do that? How to sort the list of the blocks, right? To sort the list, there is an option so that I can sort the list. So go to your views, okay? Here, blocks. Instead of all, I'll say order by. We use this order by in SQL also, right? And I want it in the descending order of the means latest the first 8. Okay? When I do this and I refresh this particular page, you see this is the magic. So just two words in the code and the list of block gets sorted, right? Now this is little annoying that if there are 100 blocks and here there are only three lines, but suppose there are huge blocks available, okay? So it will be very annoying if we go on scrolling, and then we will get our desired block, right? So what I want over here is I want my blogs or I want a page from where I'll click on my blog and I'll go to my actual blog, right? So for that, uh, I need to have a mechanism where I'll mention a blog number over here 1, and it will give me a blog, right? So to implement that, this is my index page of a blog. I'll implement another view, okay? Div detail for blog, okay? It will accept request, comma, blog underscore ID, okay? You remember we have taken a string type of arguments in this function, okay? Similarly, we are taking string type, integer type of argument in this particular function, okay? So blog ID I'm taking. Now for this, suppose what happen if I enter a number like number 3 and there is no 3, third block is no blog is not there. In that case, what will happen? So to avoid that, there is a function in the shortcuts, okay? Along with the render, we need to get a function get underscore object underscore or underscore 404. Get object or 404. Okay. So I'll use that function over here. Blog is equal to get object or 404. I'll give the name of the model over here, blog, and primary key is equal to this blog ID. Okay. This is going to give me that blog which I want. Okay. And then return render request. Okay. I'll need a template over here, blog slash detail dot html. Okay. And I pass a context. What context? I'll pass a blog. Okay. So this blog which I got, on which user is going to click, will be shown over here. Okay. So let's go to the code now. Detail.html. I need to code it, right? So new file detail.html. Okay, name should be same. I'll copy these things, paste it over here. Now I got a blog, right? So no need to have this for loop. Okay, and again, this is also not needed. And then I'll go to urls.py. Okay, and here I'll write path. Okay, what was the path? Now there we use str. Here we'll use int colon blog underscore id. Okay, because I'm going to pass an blog id over here, and then go to views dot detail blog, and the name will be detail. Okay. Now what functionality I want that I have implemented. Let's check it. So if I say blogs one, okay, here I put one. I guess there is some error. What it says, part, okay, part. Here the comma is not there. Okay, yes, now it's running. Let's see one enter. It says template does not exist. Template does not exist. Blog s blogs detail.html. Yes. Now this is my first blog. This is my second blog and third blog. This is my fourth blog. Oops, it's given 4 not 4 because fourth block is not there. Now because this debug is true, it is happening. Now let's try, give it a try. So settings.py, somewhere you will see debug is true. Yes, this is where the debug is true. I'll make it fa false. Okay. Yeah, allowed host. Oh. Fine. So this setting is used when you deploy your project. So no need to true or false. Run server. Otherwise, on the server it will give you page not found 404. This particular thing like blogs.view will not be shown because it's of no use to the user who is using the application, right? So blog. Now I'm able to call this blog. Now what I want is when I go to all blogs, if I click on this particular link, this I want to make this as a link, right? So to do that, this is my blogs ka index page. Okay, so blogs index.html. Here I have written this blog, right? And here I'll be mentioning ahref. Okay, ahref equal to inverted comma. Okay, and here I need to mention the name of that view. What is the name of that view? Before that, I will be using URL. Okay, and in this detail, I'll be giving, and then after that, I want blog.id. Okay, so here detail view will be called, and that view requires an integer type of ID, blog ID. Okay, and after that, I'll say /a. So here I need to remove this /a. Right, then there will be date. So just refresh this. Yes. Okay, now the links are shown. View page. Yeah, now links are proper 1 2 3, right? And the blogs are sorted also. If I click over here, it will take me to the blog page. If I click over here, it will take me to blog. Now what I want is I want a simple thing like I want only few of the characters. Now don't want this detailed blog over here. I want only 200 characters to be shown over here so that if user is interested, okay, by looking at those 200 characters, then only he will click on that particular link. Otherwise, he will not click on that, right? So to do that, there is a simple way. Okay, on this index, I need to go over here. Okay, and I'll say I'll put a pipe over here. Pipe, it is just above your enter key. Okay, it's nothing but it's on the same key where backward slash is there. Okay, so pipe I'll be mentioning pipe truncate truncate chars. Okay, I want only let's say 100 characters on that. Okay, so I'll just refresh this. Now you see it has shown me 100 characters, and beyond that it is appending dot, right? If I'm interested, I'll go there, otherwise I'll not go there. right? Now I want another thing. I want to show that Chetan has written so many number of blogs. Okay, so let's say in H1, I'll print it. Chetan has written written blog.count. Okay, it's a function. Blogs.count blogs and full stop. Okay, I'll tell you why I'm writing this. Okay, Chetan has written 3 blogs. It's shown. Now I have written over here blogs, right? Suppose I delete some of my blogs. Okay, let's refresh this blogs. Okay, I want to delete this blog. These 2 blogs I'm deleting. Yes, now it's deleted. Okay, now look at this sentence. Chetan has written 1 blogs. It's not grammatically correct. So Django is a so powerful language. It identifies how many objects are there in a particular iterable object. Okay, and it identifies or it gives us a way to check how you are going to do that thing, right? So how to write it? So blogs. After that, I'll again put a curly bracket blogs dot count. Okay, I'm not going to display count over here. Okay, so here I'll again enter a pipe, and there is a function pluralize. Okay, so it will check how many number of blogs is there, what is the count. If count is more than 1, it will directly write blogs. If the count is 1, it will say blog, and if the count is 0, it will again say blog. So Chetan has written 0 blogs, Chetan has written 2 blogs, Chetan has written 1 blog. Just give it a try. You see, Chetan has written 1 blog. Now I'll just add 1 more blog, and you will see a magic. Okay, so go here. Okay, add this blog. Where is that page? Yeah. And then let's say 3. Okay, click save. Now I have written 2 blogs, and this blog should change to blogs. Yes, it has changed to blogs. So this is how Django is a very sophisticated language. Okay, now it comes to polishing. I think uh, almost all the things are done. Okay, basic things which I want to tell you. Okay, models is covered and everything is covered. Now let's go for a polishing thing. So go to get bootstrap.com. Okay, change some 4, bootstrap 4, go to bootstrap 4. Okay, 4.6, getting started. Okay, then let's say there are ways how can we. This is a starter template. Okay, I'll just copy this template. It's that simple, you know. I'll just copy this template, and I'll go to this layout. Okay, and I'll paste it over here. Inside this body, I'll write a blog body. Control X. Instead of this, I'll write this and enter. Okay, and now if I go to my blogs and I just you see everything has changed. I want a navigation bar. Okay, so you go and type here nav. Yes, nav bar is there. I want it. I want this. What kind of nav bar I want? Okay, let's say I want this kind of a nav bar. I'll copy this simply and I'll paste it over here. Okay, is my navbar. I want this to be home, okay, and I want this to be logs, okay. And in href, I need to mention that URL of the blogs. So how I'll mention /blogs, okay, and here I'll mention nothing, okay. And pricing I don't want. This bill is also I don't want. Let's give it a try whether it comes or not. Yes, now this is my home, this is my blogs, right? Blogs is working. Home is not working because I'm inside the blogs directory, right? So this is how you can give it a try. Like you see now the because I'm extending the home layout, okay, layout.html everywhere. Uh, it will be following up that particular thing. Okay. Now let me show you what have I developed by practicing this. In the morning, we have seen some projects like tasks, right? So yeah, Python Django projects. Okay. Mm, Personal portfolio. Yes. So let's see. Instead of personal portfolio, let's go to do. It's the interesting thing. Here, CMD. Okay. Let me stop this. Python manage.py run server. Now there will be so many things. Okay. No module because I'm not in the work on first underscore env. Yeah. .py run server. MySQL. Shit. Okay. Just give me a minute. I'll wind up. I know it is very difficult to sit for a day, right, and listen to someone and who is very boring default engine. Yes, I did this project on my. Let's give it a try. If it runs, then it's okay. Otherwise, we will leave it. Yeah, it says it runs like so. And okay, so this is what the project is. So if I start, it asks me to sign up. So let's say else is a user, someone else password, and I just sign up. Okay, so now I'm here. Now if I say create to do, okay, let's say to do this, to delete this to do, and I'll write some memo over here, anything like this, and I'll say it is important. I'll say create. As soon as I create, because it is important, it will show here. Okay. Let's say I want to create another to do. Okay. Complete Django course 3, and let's say I'm just go on entering any gibberish language over here, and it's not important for me. I'll click create. So based on this, it shows the description also. Okay, and here it shows. So this is a create current to do's page is this. Okay, I let's say I have completed this. Okay, so I'll click completed over here, and it will not show me over here. It will show me in the completed. Okay. Now there could be an issue because the data model is different. Yeah. Okay. So this to do is the to do this is completed. It is completed at 4:40 right now. Okay. So this is my again current to do. I say delete it. Okay. You have 0 tasks. I'll again create a to do. And let's say create. Okay. It will show me in the current and in completed till there is one to do. Okay. So I say I can update it also. So Django 3 instead Django post. Okay. And I'll say update. So it's updated now. Okay. If I say complete, in the completed, it will show 2 to dos. Right. So this is how a login can be provided, logout can be provided. So if I click logout, here it will say logout and these two. Now earlier in the earlier cases, when we have used or we want to implement this login kind of a scenario, in that case we need to create a table for users and then we need to check if the user is logged in or not. Here there are decorators for everything like code dot. If I show you the code, it's a very simple code. So to do, there is one single app. Okay. And in the views, you see here I say login required. Okay. To see the current to dos. Now if the user is not logged in, because this login required decorator is there. Okay. Login required. Okay. And it is a decorator of contrib. Okay. Because it is the decorator mentioned in, it will redirect user to the settings of login path, and that is mentioned over here, login URL login. So if the user is not logged in and still he wants to check, he will be automatically redirected to login page. Okay. So I have stopped the server, that is why it is not showing. Otherwise it would have taken us to the login page. So it's not an tedious task to develop. Only the thing, you need to have some curiosity based on which you will be developing the app. Like you see, this is a simple thing. This is my settings.py. If you check my templates, okay, layout, this is the layout which I have used. Okay, and it's again Bootstrap 4.4.1. So the same thing which I did in our current scenario to give a Bootstrap navigation bar and all, I did the same thing over here. Only the thing which I have used is if the user is logged in, show him create to do, current to do, and completed. If the user is again logged in, then show him log out. Otherwise, login should be shown to the user. So to do that, if user, now user is a again model, okay, which is available with us. Okay, so I say load static and static files will be loaded. So user dot is authenticated, then show this. If it is authenticated, then show this. Okay. Else means if the user is not authenticated, show him sign up and login. Okay, it's that simple. In Django, code minimizes, but the functionality increases.